Hey, what's up, guys? As always, welcome back to the channel. Peace and much love. I show my gratitude for all you guys who clicked on today's video. And without further ado, I titled this video Digging Holes because I want to relate everything I'm about to say with basically to what the movie itself was representing, in other words, at least from how I'm perceiving it, right? So, shout out and much love to all you guys out there who have watched the movie called Holes and have read the book because the movie's based off the book. But anyways, in the movie, it's basically about two boys looking for their ancestors' treasure and trying to figure out what happened in the past and why their lives seem to have gone in such what it appears to be a bad direction in the present, based on when the movie was made and all that stuff, like during that timeline, right? So they say that when you go through things, there's been times to where you can be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it makes a lot of sense to me now, so much more than ever, right? So much more than ever, because you think that nothing can ever go bad in your life, nothing can ever go wrong, and sometimes we perceive other people who already have their lives together that they don't go through things, right? Their life is perfect. Now, sure, they may got money, they may got cars, they may just be living such a glamorous life, right? Everything's fine and dandy. Their life is just perfect, man. But in reality, that's just not the case, you guys. But when you look at yourself, you be like, sometimes you can be like, you know what? Why is my life in such shambles from what it appears, right? Why is my life appearing to just go downhill? Why is everything always going bad for me? Now, of course, we can relate that to, having a negative mindset, just having bad thoughts, letting our energy be manipulated and affected, by other people who don't seem to have our best interests at heart, and, stuff like that. But sometimes, you guys, that's just life testing us, man. Life just makes us realize that just because we have something planned out, just because there's something that we want to do in life, that doesn't always mean it'll work out. And how I like to see it, and also from what I've been, just have learned from others and from what I've experienced, man, just from hands-on experience, right, is that things happen for a reason, right? And that's where that term comes from. That's where that saying comes from. Everything happens for a reason. Things just don't happen just because, right? And it doesn't even make sense for it to be that way. So when we look at life from a bigger perspective, from a perspective bigger than ourselves, bigger than how we just want to see it, you'll come to realize and understand that life just doesn't go against you just to go against you. Sometimes life can just throw little tests and challenges your way because it wants to see and let you know how capable you are, man, of being able to do what you want to do, to be able to overcome the obstacles that eventually you'll face later on in life, or maybe early in life, man, right? Because I'm still a young man. I've faced a lot of things in my childhood, man, that no kid should have to go through, right? Now, it wasn't anything crazy, murdering type of stuff, nothing like that, right? But just things that a child should never had to experience, man, growing up. And now I can look back at it and say, you know what? It's made me stronger. It's made me more mature. It's made me realize that I had to become a man at an early age, right? And I had to realize that there was going to be a point in time to where, you know what? It's something that I can look back at and really appreciate and really say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start digging my holes early. And the reason I love that philosophy now that I guess you could say I created, or maybe not, maybe somebody else already did, but I've enjoyed and learned to accept that digging holes is fun, man. Right? I love digging holes because every hole that I dig, that's just a hole that I can fill up with a whole bunch of BS that people try to throw my way, with all the BS habits that I've had, that I've developed over time. Of course, not on purpose. It's because my mind's been plagued like many other people, right? From an early age all the way up until where I am now in my young adulthood, right? And I can take all this nonsense, I can take all this madness and craziness that's going on around me and throw it right in them holes that I dug. And I can bury them up and forget about them, leave them alone. And you know what? Not necessarily forget about them, excuse me, but get them out of my way. Cover them up so no one else has to fall into those holes, right? And allow themselves to become manipulated, not because they did it intentionally, but because they're just not aware yet, right? They haven't come to that conclusion that, okay, these are the things that I need to avoid. And you know, and like I said, life happens to all of us, you guys, right? Things happen that sometimes it's just completely out of our control. That's why you should never try to control things that you just can't, no matter how hard you try. Worry about what you got to worry about, right? Don't compare yourself to anyone. Don't compare what you have to what others have. Focus on developing yourself into who you need to be, right? For yourself, for the people who depend on you, for your family, for your future family, if you plan on having one, all that. So I don't know about you guys, man, but start digging some holes, right? Start digging some holes and being like, you know what? I don't have to deal with this anymore. I don't have to let these things take control of my life anymore. I don't have to let all these other people, all these other things that's going on around me that's trying to distract me, hold me down anymore. I don't have to let these things affect me anymore. I become greater than these things that society has told me that I need to let define me, that I need to let judge me and tell me who I need to be. Don't let the world or other people or certain situations and circumstances change you into something you're not. Stay true to who you are, my friends, right? Don't try to be anything or anyone other than who you are. And you'll attract the people that's good for your life. That's good for you. And I ain't saying this stuff just to say it, man. I'm saying this because I really mean it. I'm saying this because this is what I've learned. There's a lot of holes that I've dug in my life, man, that are still empty to this day. And as each and every day that passes, I'm filling up each one of these holes with the things that have held me back, that have kept me down, that have distracted me, right? That have tried to manipulate me. All these things. I've just been tossing all that BS in each hole that I've dug over the course of each year that I've been existing, right? And then burying that hole up. Not forgetting about what it is that I've been through, what I've gone through, what I've experienced, right? But I've learned my lesson from them, and I kept it going. And I kept pushing, and I never gave up on myself. I never gave up on the people who believed in me, who gave me the advice to move through life, things to look out for, things to watch out for, people to be on the lookout for, who just might not be for me, right? So from what I've really come to understand about the movie Holes, that's kind of how I see with what they were trying to tell us subconsciously, right? Is that there's going to be things that happen to us in life, you guys. Now, God forbid that it's anything bad, right? God forbid that it's anything bad. But if it's just little things like dealing with certain people who aren't healthy for us, when it comes to, you know, situations that you may end up in and you don't know how, it was just a matter of you being in the wrong place at the wrong time, like Stanley when he was under that bridge when Hector threw them shoes over that he stole from the charity center or the homeless center, right? Stanley was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And in our lives, we're going to be somewhere and we're going to experience something at the wrong place and at the wrong time. But that doesn't mean it's the end of the world, man. That doesn't mean you need to quit. You need to give up on yourself. You keep it going. You keep it pushing, my friend. Right? You know, and I'm not anybody special who's saying this just to try to get the attention of anybody. I'm saying this because I've experienced it firsthand. Or else I want to be on here talking to you guys about this, man. Anybody can come on here and do this and say stuff like this. But I take the things that I've seen from movies and from other people and that I've witnessed with my own two eyes, right? And with this third eye that we all got. But not to get into that, you know, too much. But I've just taken everything that I've learned and experienced, man, and put these things into my own perspective, in my own unique perspective, and I just share it with you guys, man, and let y'all know firsthand. This is what happened. This is how I seen it. This is the experience that I've had. This is how to overcome it. If you were in a similar to the one that I explained that I was in, etc., etc., right? But yeah, man, learn how to start digging them holes. And if you have been, start cleaning yourself out, getting rid of all this BS, man. Throw them right into them holes you dug and cover them up. And don't you ever forget about them, okay? Learn from them and move on to the next hole. All right? Keep digging them holes, my friend. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed making this one. Holes is one of my all-time favorite movies. I'm probably gonna watch it tonight just to kind of, do a little I might actually come back and do a recap video, man, if you guys want that. And if not, that's okay. I really hope you guys resonated with the messages that I left within this one. If you guys enjoyed, y'all drop them likes, help your boy out, drop some comments, let me know what you guys think, share your opinions, spread some love, and don't forget to hit that subscribe bell so y'all never miss out on when I upload my next video. Peace, y'all. Much love.